Alright everybody, welcome on back to the latest JC tutorial video. What you ask for, you get it. Today we had a request for a short flight demo showing flight controls with the sky crane. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do a quick start just because that's not what this video is about. We're going to take off, we're going to do some taxiing, we're going to do a little bit of hovering, and a takeoff, fly around out in the Blake for a short jaunt, and then we're going to go ahead and do a landing. We're going to attempt to do a landing at one of the most confined spaces I can find, which is one of the hangars on top of the hangar at Hollywood. So I hope this video helps some of y'all out. I know some of y'all have been really asking for it, so we're going to go ahead and get started with everything here. We're going to clear our area as always. And let's go ahead and do a quick start. Get this sucker rolling. Just remember guys, if you have any other videos you want to see, anything that you're curious, you want some clarification on, feel free to contact me directly. You can ask in the Shergood group, or you can ask in the SLA chat. I'm in all of those places. You can't get rid of me. I'm like a bad cold. Alright, so we're getting up there, we're letting all our stuff get started up. There's first stage servo is entering the green, that caution light's out. All of our caution lights are out. RPMs are maxed out, so we're going to go ahead and close off our door here. Alright, so first thing to note, anti-torque. When we apply power, we need to adjust our anti-torque in this aircraft. We know that as we apply power, we're going to need to add a little bit of a little bit of left pedal there. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly start raising. We're going to use a two-step process here. You can see we're already starting to get a little light on the skids. Slowly start raising. As the aircraft begins to move, we stop raising collective, and we fix the drift. Alright, so we're up. Alright, we're drifting just a little bit there, so we're going to go ahead and correct that. That is translating tendencies, where the thrust of the tail rotor is going to push the aircraft in the direction of thrust, so that's why I had to add a little bit of right cyclic there. You can see I still need just a hair more right cyclic. That might be a little bit too much, but we'll adjust as we go. Yeah, you can see it's just a hair too much, so try to come on back. Let's try that right there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and taxi this aircraft. We're going to taxi that way, so we're just going to need just the slightest little bit forward. Get going. For this one, we're going to pop out, so I have my mouse here and I can play with my anti-torque pedals. It's better than using our buttons, so these yellow lines is kind of where we're going to go ahead and hover over. Just a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead, kick over some pedal. Nice and gentle turn here. And since we're going to be turning again, we're going to go ahead and cut it a little bit short and click again. So we're going to be off just a hair. It's a little hard, you get used to it. Clicking for the large adjustments and then using gestures. As you can see up there on my keyboard, I do have the gestures of Z and X keyed in for my anti-torque pedals, and apparently there's my runway. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and kick our pedals over. Tail's clear, radar, nobody's in the area. See my first person's just a little bit higher. So I know my anti-torque needs to be right about here to maintain center. So once I get about close, I'm gonna go ahead and click there and let the aircraft settle, and if I need to make adjustments, I'll make adjustments. So that's our hold short line, so we're going to come to a short abrupt stop here. There we go, and we're just going to hold that. We're going to look right, which is a little hard to see, look left, check our radar, make our radio call. Chase tower, helicopter 1313 Zulu number 1 for runway 36 straight out departure. And we're clear forward. Sorry, we'd be calling chase traffic, not controlled airport at this time. So we're going to taxi just short of halfway and begin our turn out onto the taxiway. As you can see, you can watch that little red dot right here. Right here, this is my cyclic control, anti-torque, and collective. You can watch those three dots, and you can watch my keyboard up there on the top right-hand side, and you can see that all controls in this aircraft are very short, very gentle controls. No need for any rough controls. We're going to turn just a little bit faster here. Remember, before you hit that center line, we'll go ahead and cancel that out because it will take a minute. There we go. I'm starting to drift. That was a little rough of a turn there. Go ahead and slowly add in a little bit of pedal. Get our nose straight. And cancel it out. Alright, there's that translating tendencies that requires us to hold just a little bit of right stick. And that's about as close enough as we need right this minute, so we're going to go ahead and apply forward cyclic, get this aircraft a little bit of airspeed. We're looking for ETL at this time, which is between between 14 and 16 knots. 16 and 24 knots, my apologies. A little bit more. Just a hair of collective allows us to increase a little bit more. Alright, there's ETL, so we're going to push through ETL. Just a wee bit more collective. And then we're in the green, so we can go ahead. Increase, we're a little off center. Use our cyclic to control that. And we'll go ahead and increase collective, get us about 500, 700 foot per minute rate of ascent. Okay, now a lot of people have been asking, clear right? This dot right here, right now it's green. What that dot is, that is our sim crossing. So as you see, when we hit this next sim crossing, you're going to see that dot go yellow. It's telling you you're in a sim crossing, that necessarily your control inputs aren't going to do anything. There it goes. Here's that sim crossing that has started. And when that dot comes back to green, we know that we are back in control. There we go, dot's green, and as you see, I have control of my aircraft. So we're at 125, so we're gonna see if we're on that sim crossing, no aircraft control. Lower our collective just a little bit there so that we are maintaining. So this is our VSI here. If the needle's up, you're climbing. If the needle is down, you are descending. So you see it's just a hair up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and lower collective just a little bit. Now you can lower that by slowing your forward momentum or lowering collective. You don't need to do both, but you can do either one of the two, whichever is more appropriate for the maneuver that you're doing. We don't need any less speed. Our speed is good, so we lowered collective to maintain. Yes, there is a little bit of correlation between I hit this key and maybe you can't get it exact. You can always click in there for the collective, or just play with it a little bit. Real tiny movement control right there. You saw is a very tiny movement control. So we're going to open up our map while we're flying here. So we're going to go here and there. So we'll see crows off our side. Somewhere in this area we're going to begin our descent. We're going to attempt to land on the SLMC hangar, which is right there. Alright, there's crows. So once we hit that crow sim, we know we can turn eastbound and we will be in line for Hollywood. Alright, so there is a Concorde right in front of me. So watch, as I slow down, you can see my rate of my vertical airspeed is increasing there. So I need to lower that collective. So it gets a lot of people that don't realize when you slow down in these aircraft, you need to lower collective. Otherwise, that same amount of power at a lower speed is going to make you climb. We just want to slow down and let that Concorde get a couple of sims ahead of us. So we're still maintaining our airspeed, our altitude, plus or minus 10. Give us a little bit of right turn here. And we'll level out eastbound. Eastbound and down. There we go. Alright, so you can go through your pre-landing checks. Our RPMs are in the green, the warning lights are orange, engine gauges are green, fuel is sufficient, and our area is going to be clear because there's not going to be anybody else on top of that hangar. So we can actually come over here, pop out of that, bring up our GPS, kind of get an idea if anybody's there. Nobody's broadcasting on our hangar, so we're going to go ahead and begin our descent. So we're going to lower collective and establish a good 500 foot per minute rate of descent. See right there, that's 1,000 foot per minute. This is about 500. Remember, as we slow down, you're going to have to lower that collective a little bit more, but you got to be careful when you get into this yellow area here. Is your 3,300 rule. Below 30 knots with a rate of descent greater than 300, you're going to enter that settling with power or that vortex ring state. So you want to make sure you stay out of that area, otherwise your aircraft's going to plummet on you. So we're shooting an approach for that second hangar there. So we're getting a little shallow here, so we're going to go ahead and raise our power just a little bit. We want to kind of a little bit more airspeed. We want to maintain, see, as we slow, there we go, there's a lag spike right there. As we slow down, that rate of descent is going to increase. You need more power to maintain a hover than you do forward flight above ETL. Little rough on the controls right there. Alright, we don't want to climb anymore. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set. We're going to come in just to the side of the hangar. Okay, so remember, as we're slowing down, you see our VSI is starting to descend there. So we do have another sky crane there. I need a little bit more left pedal. We're going to come into the side of it, and then we're going to sidestep into our parking spot there. There's our last sim crossing. There we go. Nice and easy. Slowed down a little too soon. But we're going to maintain nice and easy. So we're going to need a little bit of left pedal here so that we can align to our landing spot. There we go. Got just ever so little bit under 100. So we're going to need to come on over. Still have a little bit of forward momentum. Nose is starting to move a little bit there. And remember, as we're coming over this building, we're going to get in-ground effect, which means we're going to need less power to hover, so you're going to have to adjust that collective down a little bit, otherwise you're going to balloon as you come over this building. Or come down into your landing spot. Break my nose just a little bit there. Come forward a little bit. Remember, you're on those pedals the entire way down. As you lower and raise collective, you need to adjust with your pedals. You can see my nose is off here. I was looking too much down. Right about here. So we're going to go ahead and lower collective. As we're coming down, we need less pedal. So be prepared for that nose to go left. No more forward. Too much left. Let it drift back to the right a little bit here. A little bit more right pedal. And slowly lower that collective all the way down. There you go. A little bit far back, but it's a little bit to be expected with the size of this aircraft, and I don't want to clip rotors with him. So we're going to pick up one more time, and we're going to shoot another approach over back to Chase Field. So, RPMs top of the green, no warning lights or horns, engine gauges are green, fuel is sufficient, area is clear, and clear above. So we know, ooh, nice lag spike right there. So we know where our controls need to be. Just there. And remember, as we're raising that collective, you're going to need that extra pedal. Don't want to have too much pedal one way or another. So we are going to sidestep to our left, clear left. Making sure to keep our nose straight ahead. Yep, there's that loss of ground effect. See, we don't have any ground effects, so now we're coming into an out of ground hover. You saw we lost that, we dropped down, had to increase power, which means we have to increase anti-torque. I'm gonna level off here. And tail is clear. Give it a 180-degree turn while trying to maintain. It's a little fast of a turn. There we go. Now, make our adjustments and clear forward and above. Raise that collective. As we start building that airspeed, you're gonna have to watch your power settings. Comes that sim crossing out of here. And once we get back, we will clear right. Shoot one more approach for you guys and clear right. Go ahead and climb. We'll only climb to about 100 this time around. Between 100 and 120 to shoot our approach into Chase Field. Uh-oh. Nice. Teach you guys something. See my aircraft? I'm over there, so I'm not technically in my aircraft. Okay, so I'm going to try to catch my aircraft. Teleport so that I'm in the same sim as my aircraft. Stand up. Ah, sim crossing ate it. Well, we'll go ahead and conclude at that. You got one good approach. Unfortunately, sim crossing ate my aircraft, which is a common thing. So you can see there that HUD went red and then it went disconnected because it no longer has connection to that aircraft. So if you guys have any more ideas for videos or any other questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to contact me direct as a SLA chat or our Shergood chat. We have a few other instructors in there that is more than happy to answer any questions for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a good day.